right, good morning. It is Saturday morning, and we are on our way to the K-Talk radio station right now. Every Saturday morning, I do a radio show on K-Talk Radio 1640 AM on primarily real estate. The premise is primarily real estate, but every so often we'll venture off into like a co-topic, basically how to start, ideas on starting up new businesses or just business in general. And I'm heading right now to the studios to do the show, which airs every Saturday from 9 to 10 a.m. So if you catch this video and it's Saturday morning, then definitely turn on your radio if it's before 9 a.m. and you'll hear us live on the radio. A lot of times I'll invite a guest onto the show to kind of discuss different real estate topics. With real estate, there's so many topics that it's hard to find somebody who's an expert in all of them. Most people focus on some type of topic as their expertise as far as what they do, whether it's single family, whether it's multifamily, whether it's being a hard money lender, or whether it's owning big commercial properties, or whatever it may be. It's generally difficult to find someone who focuses on everything, right? You'll get guys that'll focus on wholesaling. You'll get guys that'll focus their business model on owning big commercial buildings, strip malls, self-storages, whatever it may be, and then they don't tend to focus as much on other stuff. So we'll typically bring in guests that focus on we'll talk about whatever it is that they focus on. And sometimes we don't bring in a guest. Like today, we don't have a guest today. Today, we are going to be going into the show. We're going to talk a little real estate as well as a business idea that is starting to catch a little bit of traction as far as what I'm able to do with it. I'm very excited about it, and so you're definitely going to want to stay tuned because we are about to start a new business, launch a new company in an industry I know nothing about, which I'm going to document the successes and failures. So if you've ever thought about starting a new business or a new product, then maybe this kind of daily diary that we're going to be doing will be helpful to you. So for those of you who follow this channel, you know that we're getting ready to head down the road of trying to bottle my wife's salad dressing. Now, I know nothing about the food industry, so about to make a lot of mistakes along the way, but we're going to document this stuff, and we're going to talk about that today on the radio show a little bit, as well as real estate. And I hope you guys enjoy it. All right, so we just arrived here at the K-Talk radio station studios. We're getting ready to go in and set on up for the show. Wanted to share basically a big announcement, for me at least. I have been kicking the idea around for a very, very long time about bottling my wife's salad dressing, okay? But I know nothing about the food industry. Now, I normally wouldn't take on a project that's going to be so time-consuming, so exhausting, such a marathon, unless I really, really believed in it. All right, so we just wrapped the radio show. We talked about the big announcement of the salad dressing bottling, starting up this new company to launch a new product in an industry I know nothing about. So pretty excited about that. And then we also talked about determining the ARV, the after repair value of a home. So if you've ever thought about you wanting to fix and flip houses, and you thought, how do I figure out what I can pay for the house so that I can still make money and be profitable? We talked about how to analyze the property to know what your MAO is. MAO, maximum available offer. So if you missed any part of the show, you weren't listening live, then definitely check out the video on how to figure out what to be able to pay for a house. So on that note, I'm done with the show. Gonna head on home. All right, so I wanted to give you guys a quick update before the day ends. It is nighttime here. I am getting ready to go to bed, but I did have a wonderful conversation with the food scientist earlier today, and she shared a lot of great things with me. She was absolutely amazing. I learned how chocolate milk works. Believe it or not, it's pretty cool. Who knew that there was a special type of chemical, I mean, chemical is probably not the right word, a syrup or some kind, in chocolate milk that keeps the cocoa in the milk mixed together without this specific type of ingredient. The cocoa would sink to the bottom of chocolate milk. So for chocolate milk to be bottled and sold in stores, they have to add this certain ingredient into the milk so that the cocoa and the milk can stay as one, basically. Or, as like I said, all the cocoa would fall down to the bottom. You're basically buying milk with chocolate on the bottom. So it was kind of really interesting to hear how food and the science of food works. She shared about 3 or 4 different opportunities, different options that I could potentially pursue as my next step, and gave me a phenomenal contact. Now, this food scientist works at Brigham Young University. The contact she gave me is an individual who works up at Utah State University. And she actually shared that this lady up at Utah State University would probably be able to assist me the most in taking this idea the furthest, not actually necessarily putting it in the bottle, but basically what I would need to then approach a company that would mass produce the dressing into a bottle. So I'm going to be reaching out to this individual here in the week to come. Tomorrow is Mother's Day, so I hope everybody has a spectacular Mother's Day. But come next week, I'm going to reach out to this other lady up at Utah State University and see what I'm able to find out. I can hire this individual to basically assist me in the next steps. I could have hired, hypothetically, this food scientist from BYU, but she felt that her friend up at Utah State University would probably be a better resource for me as far as hiring somebody to help me take to the next level, if that makes sense. So, on that note, wanted to give you guys this update, literally taking an idea, my wife's salad dressing, knowing nothing about the industry, and like I said, I'm just going to document everything that happens from here, all the failures and all the successes, so that hopefully this is helpful to anybody out there watching. It might inspire or even help give them direction and help them be able to pursue their passions, their dreams, and starting their own company. So, on that note, I hope everybody has a spectacular Mother's Day tomorrow.